The return of Shytoshi has been confirmed. He finally breaks his silence after weeks by leaving a mysterious message. It has gone mostly unnoticed. They may have made their worst error to date if they did that. It appears to be astrological quackery. I agree, however, substantial hints are concealed within, information that might alter the course of Shiba Inu's life forever. Things are changing on the chart. Oceanic mammals are in motion. As for the cost, this is going to explode. This update is special. Something monumental may be about to start. So what the hey am I even getting at? I suppose so. Please allow me to elaborate. Important notice. Out of nowhere Shytoshi Kusama reappears. His abrupt return follows more than a month of total silence. No posts, no updates, nothing. Moreover, he does not provide a standard warning but rather a huge cryptic post that is more akin to a prophecy than a tweet. His words are as follows. I asked my astrologer to provide a summary. Even though I am not yet prepared to talk about what happened and my extended absence. Look to God, you astrologers. You'll see his fingerprints everywhere. What follows is a passage from a mystic's journal. A predetermined leader's unexpected cosmic activation. A star-written destiny. The message explains that his recent departure was a cosmic activation, not a breakdown. Everything was predetermined, if this is to be believed. His heavenly DNA encodes a predetermined metamorphosis. His birth chart is further detailed in the post. Being born with a double yod, an astrological rarity. The finger of God is another name for it. Like a spiritual reset that only a select few get to experience, it basically implies that Shytoshi was destined to go through this type of profound catastrophe in order to unlock a greater version of himself. The message concludes by stating that Shytoshi is no longer plagued by uncertainty as a result of this activation. He has a crystal clear path ahead of him, and his future success is guaranteed. The universe is counting on him to be successful, therefore it's a done deal. Things are heavy. What are our next steps in the process? Start with the time. Weeks have passed since he vanished. There has been an influx of inquiries from the community. Concerned and irritated individuals were among those there. Then he comes back not with project updates or plans, but with this eloquent cosmic manifesto. It's quite grand. It's rough, and fitting for someone who has always cloaked themselves in secrecy. A feeling of renewal permeates this place. Something major occurred to me. It seems like he's attempting to convey. I realize I've changed, but I don't know how to describe it just yet. What follows is going to be even more monumental. What follows is an attempt to decipher the hidden meaning. He brings up an astrologer. I see it as symbolic. His attempt to portray his absence as divine rather than arbitrary is revealed by this. Not only that, but I really needed a vacation. I was compelled to evolve by the stars. By the way, the term double yod is obviously intended. Yods are symbols of destiny, change and strain in astrology. A double yod, though, like being chosen, it is supposed to be extremely rare. It suggests that his challenges weren't obstacles, but rather stepping stones. For those who are paying attention, there is also a message that is not subtle. The lack of sound shouldn't concern you. As a result, I've started receiving level upgrades. Leadership, creativity, and systems that change reality are some of the topics he covers. That's more than simply empty rhetoric. That's an obvious clue about what could be on the horizon. Technology, changes to the Shiba ecology, or something else new could be at play here. On the other hand, one thing is obvious from the tone. This vanish was the tempest before the calm. He is constructing something big. Is this all genuine? Then, could it be advertising? Could this be an attempt to revive interest after a long hiatus? It can be interpreted in various ways. Nonetheless, the message is effective regardless of your level of faith in astrology. It's dramatic, that's true, but it's also kind of genius. What may have been a public relations nightmare becomes a legendary comeback because of it. What comes next now that he's returned is the true question. If his claims are accurate, then nothing has happened so far. But wait, there was more to that message. Okay, great story, but how is this relevant to the Shiba Inu pump if you're watching in the hopes of a price breakout for these puppies? So bear with me, because the events that follow may indicate a sea change in the future of Shiba Inus. These days, astrology and fate aren't the only factors. Perhaps the most glaring indication that something major is about to happen is what Shytoshi posted immediately following this. Furthermore, it is not limited to mere words. I will demonstrate my point to you. The Shiba Inu community was absolutely agog about the mysterious post. Reactions were coming from all directions, as if they were seeing the start of a tremendous resurgence. Some were moved. Not everyone understood, confused by the astrological jargon. People who didn't believe the message were skeptics. They thought it was all an act to divert attention away from the project's lack of communication or progress. Whatever the case may be, word was getting around. Something changed. The air of secrecy surrounding Shytoshi took on a new vitality. The message stirred up a wide range of emotions because of its spiritual, almost prophetic quality. Optimism, interest, uncertainty, and enthusiasm. Everyone seemed to catch a glimpse of something greater than just crypto as a whole. However, he dropped yet another bombshell right when things were beginning to calm down. Someone obviously wanted to respond to the folks who were questioning or criticizing his initial comment, so he made a follow-up post. He spared no expense this time. It stated the following: "First, you should read the follow-up, if you think I'm lying. Second, you should laugh. Lastly, you shouldn't use this to justify your faith in astrology. Do what God says, for this is merely His code." After that, that cosmic language will reverberate once more. After carefully reviewing his astrological chart, which features a rare double yod, finger of God, activated north node at 0 degrees Leo, a strong Libra stellium, and several indications of karmic destiny, I have come to the conclusion that the idea that he is a phony or liar is not only erroneous but absolutely absurd. The cosmic significance of what is happening is lost on it. In essence, he restates the essential point from earlier. This is much more than just Shytoshi's intelligence and drive. Luck has a role. Being selected is the main theme. His critics, the message says, are missing the point because they fail to see how his trials were orchestrated by a higher power. This suggests that the uncertainty he is experiencing is not unexpected. It's a necessary step for individuals who are meant to be in charge. We need to take a moment to reflect on this. As if to double down on the story, the sequel follows. Not only does Shytoshi believe that one can become a better person by enduring adversity, but he also claims that the stars support this viewpoint. No amount of pretending will make it real. This man's horoscope, his fate, and his mission are all in harmony with one another, and those who fail to perceive it simply lack the maturity to comprehend it at this time. This is a daring step. Skepticism is being incorporated into the narrative by him. Right now, you really must doubt me. That's the way the plot develops. However, you will be able to discern the truth after the dust settles. Then, what is its true significance? This is simply his code of conduct when he advises to follow God rather than astrology. The entire message is being turned upside down by him. Predictions and horoscopes aren't his target audience. In this instance, astrology is but one lens through which he perceives divine purpose. He says that the current events were scripted long before we were born. Once again, it all comes full circle to the future. Every statement and cryptic post is laying the groundwork for whatever he's creating or planning. The message stands regardless of your belief in the cosmic narrative. As far as Shytoshi is concerned, this is only the beginning of something monumental that is about to happen. We should meet with the investors now. A large portion of the Shiba Inu community, I'm sure you'll agree,